Hello. It's been a while, I know. Life. Life. All right. I don't remember which way this one went on there. So when you jump on, or when you join in, make sure you say hello so I know you're out there. And I don't see the oh, there I am. Let me grab this and go over here, and I could possibly send this out into Facebook land. There. I have allergies that keep popping up. Hello, Miss Kelly. Actually, they don't keep popping up. I have them when I'm at home. When I leave, they go away because it's the trees. I assume it's the trees. Anyway. So I have like one nostril that I can't breathe out of right now. It is what it is. And in the middle of the night, my throat will be hurting because of drainage and stuff. And then I'll leave the house and I'll be fine. It's not COVID. It's not something that changes if you have COVID. It's all location and whatever it is that's in the air here. Why? No, see, Facebook. And I thought they changed it where I couldn't get to the live chat. It's not the button that I normally hit. I had to go find it. They were trying to be sneaky and hide that. I could do a short video, but I couldn't go live. So I had to go find that. Wow, these are all changed. So let's post a couple of things. I don't need that in there. If you are not a chalk couture designer, please feel free to send this out into Facebook land for me. That would be appreciated, because I can't send it to the same places y'all do. Y'all know all these other places, and your friends can watch that I don't know. So post me all over Facebook. I feel like I can't breathe now. It was fine before I came in here. Okay. That group changed. I got to get rid of that on here. It's not what I want. That group changed. I got to go read the rules before posting in there. That's not what... I have to find a different group. This is the boring part of the live. I'm sorry. But if I'm live, I have to send this out. Oh, I know where I was going to put that. All right, good enough. A handful of them. Hi, Melissa. Oh yeah. Hi, Miss Florence. I don't miss chalk couture events if I can help it. Which so far I have not missed one, because they are freaking amazing and you have to go to them. I'm trying to get Kelly to go to hers, and I think she said Atlanta is the closest to her, and Florence needs to come on down to Dallas because that's the closest one to her. So we did this acorn the other day. It's shimmer, so it's Presto Purple and Shimmer Copper, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Shimmer Copper. Copper. So we're going to do the other two a little bit different. I'm going to try something on it, and they may totally crap out. We will see. We will see. And I got to find my white. White or shimmer frost? We'll try white. And I gotta stir this up. This is old paste, not the new creamy dreamy, so it needs to be stirred up. Probably needs water, yep. But we're getting towards the end of this jar, and then I can actually open my new creamy dreamy whites. And I'm still reorganizing my craft stuff, so I got that little shelf I bought. I now figured out that I don't have to use every shelf. I can just put 2 shelves in it, and I can stack like 12 pastes or inks, and then another 12, right? 12, and then 12, and then like 3 more. So I can get, what is that, 24, like 27 per little shelf thing. But I don't like touching it. It's that, if you've watched me before, you know I've talked about like wooden spoons and the feel of wooden spoons. It's like chalkboard to me, like fingernails on chalkboard. I can't stand. Ooh. I don't like that feel. Like the foam brush, the wooden part is almost that same feel. They're getting kind of where they feel that way, so it's kind of gross to me. No. They won't do single inks. They don't have as much call for the inks. And so they don't dry out like the paste. So it's just easier to buy the whole jar. Do you think they'll need a tiny... Nah, I don't need a whisk. This is fine. I just needed to add water to it. Anyway, so about the wooden feel, that shelf is just like touching the wooden spoons, and I don't like touching it. So I have to go get some spray paint or something to paint it with. I'm not painting it with chalk because I think it would still have that same feel. I want something that's like glossy and is gonna fill in all the little teeny tiny holes and get rid of that for me. And there's some leftover paint in the house, but it's like way older than 10 years. So that really just needs to be taken to the environmental safe dump. I don't think that would work very well. You need a mini whisk? Well, they probably have that at the craft stores. All right, we're going to... Allergies. We're going to grab our little what is this? Oak leaf. That's an oak. Because I have some outside. They are bur oaks. And that's the wrong side. No, that's not the wrong side. Why is this not matching up? There it is. That I didn't want to do. Alright, so I'm just going to put this on here. This is not... Why is this not lined up? This is the right shape. Oh, there. I was on the wrong side. That's why. Oh, you do? I'm going to throw them at you. I'm going to throw them at you. Oh, no. I am not touching those little suckers. All right. So I am just going to put that on here. And I I said we're trying something new. So go with me and see if it works. So if you've just joined in and are not a regular, which I think everybody that's been chatting is, my name is Vicki. I'm an independent designer with Couture, and I'm trying something out tonight. It may or may not work, and because we're using our cutouts and the transfers that go with them, there's not a ton of stick, because only the blue part is the sticky part, or the teal part. So everything else is just the screen mesh. So there may be some air bubbles on this, and I'm trying to make sure there's not. If you get an air bubble, it's not the end of the world, but it does give it a different texture in that section, just because it didn't go down properly, like everything else where there was no air bubble. So I know I'm putting white on white. I'm trying something. And we're going to try it on the big one too, or the whatever that is, the maple leaf looking thing. And you'll see that when I do cutouts, I start from the inside and push out so I don't hit that edge of the transfer on that wood, or the edge of the wood, and just have a collision there. All right, we'll pull that off. So you can see it. So it's kind of like embossing, debossing, embossing, whichever way you want to say it, whichever way it is. So I'm going to put that in my tray. I will go wash that after we're off the live. I'm going to set this one to the side and let it dry. Hopefully I don't hit it. We'll put it over there. And I'm going to do the bigger leaf. And then we'll move on to the next section and see if it works. We'll see if it works. It may not. If it doesn't, that's completely fine. And that's not how this leaf goes. There are patterns for the other side as well. So there's patterns for both sides of the cutouts. And you just kind of match it up. Like I said, the clear part, or what you can see as white, is not sticky. That's the silkscreen mesh that the chalk paste or ink will go through. So we're just going to do this one real quick. Same thing, we're using white. And we're going to try to put a big glob on here. I'm at the end of this paste. It's almost gone. All right. And it's also in the wrong section of my squeegee. It's like up in the middle of it. Well, the fun part is actually making sure I get all the edges because I'm doing white on white. And the reason I put the cardboard down was not to protect my desk, but just so you could see the white surface I was working on, since my desk itself is white. Just makes it easier for y'all visually. All right, I'm just taking and scraping off the extra paste because we don't need that now. It really does not take much paste at all when you're doing projects. And then after I'm off the live, I'll take my transfers to the sink and I will wash them, just some water and my hand to get most of the paste off. And if there's any that's being a little stubborn, I'll just use water and a board eraser or a Mr. Clean Magic eraser. It's kind of the same. It's close. It's not the same thing, but it's close. And that will help get any remaining paste off the transfers. All right, so you can see that one on there too. So I'm gonna clean off my fingers just so I don't have any leftover paste floating around. It's non-toxic. It's not going to be a problem if it stays on my fingers, but I'd rather not put my finger with paste on something and put paste where I don't want it. Close that up. See, I've learned, and I know myself, that if I don't clean up, or at least close paste and clean squeegees and stuff as I'm doing this, I make a mess. I make a mess. Hi, Miss Carrie. Welcome, welcome. I'm finally back on to finish the rest of these leaves. And I noticed my trash can is not in the right spot anymore since I moved stuff underneath the desk. So I gotta fix that. That's a small problem. All right. I can't reach my hair dryer. Those don't need to be over there. I was gonna go for this quick dry tool, but this was easier to grab. It also dries quicker than the other one. All right, let me get the other leaf over here. We're gonna dry these real quick. This is so loud, which is why I wanted to use the quick dry tool, but it doesn't dry as quick. And I definitely want these dry. The only problem is I can't see it changing as it dries because it's white on white. I'll have to touch it in a minute. Hopefully I don't put a fingerprint on it. That's what I'm trying to avoid, especially while I'm live. So last month, or whenever it was that I was attempting to tie-dye that shirt, which I need to try that again, with the inks, which kind of worked. I just didn't get it all the way through. I went to Kelly can verify this. I went to wash up afterwards. I had a big old spot of green ink in my hair. I'm like, how'd that get there? Hi, Miss Tori. Okay, so you can see right there, that's really good. So I pasted white on the white cutout. That's the blank side. That's the side with the paste on it, the design. Same with this, that's the blank side. And then that's the side with the design on it. Now you could leave them like that and just be very subtle. And this is the acorn that I did the other day. Like we just played with that. That was the first one. These are dry. Now we're going to try something. And I'm not sure which way I want to try it. So maybe we'll use this. Because we're gonna put the same shimmers. We're gonna tie all these together. We're gonna put the shame shimmers. The shame shimmers. We're gonna put the shame. I can't even say it now. The same shimmers on these two, so they all three to go together as a set. And this needs to be stirred. but we'll see how it turns out. I think I need to order a new shimmer. This doesn't look like it originally did. It's not that it's dry, I just think it's like old now. They do technically have a shelf life. Well, and I have these paint. I'm not using the new tools for this. I have these paint brushes that I thought about using, but I'm like, I don't want to put shimmer in it because the shimmer stays around. Like, that's not where I'm going with that. I do want this though. That's not exactly flat anymore. It's just those two. I don't know where I had those stored, but they're not flat anymore. The other ones are fine. Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna have to put a jar on those or something to wait those out. We'll put some paste on it, some ink. That's weird. All right. I'm gonna put some of that there. And I'm gonna grab some of the, yeah, it warped, I don't know why. I mean, there's just thin plastic. You could use them as one time to recycle them, but why? You don't need to. And then I'm just gonna stir this up. I love this Presto Purple. This is not the same as the, whatever the color we have now, that's shimmery purpley. That's a lot. And I'm sure this is way too much paste for what I'm gonna do, but we're trying something new. So we'll see. I put a couple of jars of ink on it. I think it's gonna flatten out. It's not that thick. All right, let me get these lids out of the way and get them out. Out. And then oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. I'm looking for my really beat up brushes. I think it's really just this one because the shimmer stays around. All right. I'm debating whether I want to do this with the towel or the, we'll try both, right? Why not? All right. We're gonna try towel on the first one. And I'm doing them both colors on both just because I've got both colors on that other leaf, if that makes sense. Well, that works. May not even need to put it on the paintbrush or the foam brush. I do need a different piece of towel so I can do the shimmer copper. See, there's a million different ways to use our pastes and inks and surfaces and tools. You don't have to just always use it like you think you need to. Okay, that's pretty dang cool. And you just kind of go back where you need to with the other colors. Not liking that section. Of course, you can pull it back off too. If you put too much on, you can get a little wet towel and pull some off. Because remember, you can do that. Okay, there's one. See, we have this guy, and now we have this little leaf. And I don't like that one stripe in the middle. That needs to go. That needs to go. I didn't think it was that noticeable until I held it up for y'all. See, look. And I think, because it looks different on the camera than in person. So it's just very leafy like. Right. This one looks totally weird compared to this one now. I may go back with this one and put white over this. We'll see. I'll put that up there. All right, now we're going to do the big one. And I'm really tempted to not even use the foam brush. But we'll try it. I don't think I need to. I think that's going to be too much. I do like how it brings out that undertone. And I saw something similar from Robin, who's on my uplines. Like, she's a sister line somewhere. So I'm just gonna kind of put some more on here because I'm really digging this shimmer purple, this Presto purple. All right. I'm going to put just a little on the stem, kind of tie it together. And I'm going to dry that between so it doesn't like blend. Because I had some of that blending going on the other one. Now, I'm going to flip the brush on the other side and grab some of that copper. So I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. I have a game like really late. I'm going to try to go live at some point tomorrow and I'll show you the project I think I'm doing. I'll show that to you here shortly. Okay. This is cool. Now I just got to cover in some of the, what I see as glaring holes, because I know when I hold it up, and show y'all on camera, I'm just going to see like bright white spaces. Well, that's not putting any on there. There. Well, I'm not liking how that's looking in the middle. It needs some pep without it being all that brown right there. Now, if you want it to be, like, these are shimmers, so they're thin. Like, they're really thin. But if you wanted to brighten it up before putting a shimmer on there, you could paint or chalk paste the bottom of your surface with another color similar to what you're using if you wanted to do that. I'm going to go back and put white on that first leaf. Oh yeah, another part of my allergies. My ears itch on the inside. Really weird. All right, so there's that one. I'm not sure I'm 100% with it, but all right, now I'm going to go back and get this one. And we're going to do that to this one because this one just does not match the others anymore. And I think if I use the Shimmer Frost, which is the white, it's not really going to do anything because it's really see-through. Like, it's super see-through. So we're actually going to use white. And I'm just going to be careful about how much I put on here. And I am using the towel method because I think that works. It works better for me. Because I can dull this up a little bit where it's not, like, it's kind of glaringly bright right now. So I'm not necessarily covering it too much, maybe, but I can add those colors back on top of it if I want. But just putting that little bit of white on it totally toned it down because it did not match with the others the way it was. Now, like I said, if I want, I can also go back in here and wet my towel and get rid of some of that if I wanted to. I'm pretty sure. We're going to try that with this little piece. Because I want to clean this one little section up right there, hopefully. Probably takes more water than I have on this little towel. See, it's coming up. You just have to be careful about it. I mean, I could spray the whole thing with water if I wanted to and pull back up a bunch of it. All right. I think, and we're just going to add a little bit of this back on top just to pop it with a little bit of shimmer again, because it did totally tone it down. So I just want a little sparkle back without taking up too much of it. Because adding that white totally toned down the sparkle, and we want some sparkle. Not a lot, just something to tell us, hey, there is some sparkly stuff here. You're not seeing stuff. Okay, much better. All right, so I gotta remember these are not completely dry. And I gotta remember that I have paste in the wrong spot right there. But look at that, with some water, it comes right off. Okay, so here are our acorn and our one leaf. There's no way to hold these. See that? There's no way to hold these. There. Now we can hold these. Oh, that's where I got the color on the back. There's color on the board. Okay, so there's our leaves. I know they're kind of wonky the way I'm holding them. But yeah, so you can see the pattern through it, because I just put some color back on top. Now, the amount of color you put back on top of it, yeah, see, that totally toned that down. So it's not, so now it at least looks like it matches. It's not screaming different colors. They all kind of match up. And the amount of color you put on it is what will give you the effect. I could put minimal color on there and it's going to look really vintage and weathered. See, I left paste on there. That's why it was on the back side of my, it's on the back side of my leaf. See? I'm going to get that off with this, which is stuck to me. And I'm not sure what I'm doing on the other side yet. And I see where I stuck my finger where it didn't belong. But see, it's all gone now. Which is why I usually watch my fingers. I didn't know I had any of that on my board that I was working on, so it got on the back of everything. Easy enough to clean though. Easy enough. And that's a little wood chip that's missing from that. Oh, you know what? We're gonna fix that. Hold on. We have, I moved everything. Oh my gosh, I moved everything. Where did I put them? Oh, jeez. They would have bit me. We have chalk markers. So I'm just gonna put a little dab of white. Right there, and cover that right here by my finger, right there. Cover that up. And I'm seeing where I have leftover marks on it. And that's another little piece that was, or spot that got chipped in shipping. All right, so that is our little leaves for tonight. Da-da-da. I gotta clean up all these little pieces of paper towel. So that's the leaves. Okay, so tomorrow I'm planning on doing one of our chalk made kits. Who's still here, or is that just me? And it is the Trick or Treat chalk made kit. So that's what comes in this little kit. Everything that you need is in the kit. Everything that you need to make that is in the kit. There's all the different items below it. It has the banner. It has the rod that holds the banner. It has the twine and the tassels that are candy corn colored. It has the ribbon, the mini squeegee, the color tray, the transfer, and some paste singles in, I believe, I was about to do this to widen it so I could read it. I was about to, bright white, and I'm pretty sure it's either orange peel. It says up here. It's orange peel. List of the ingredients is up here. The picture's down there. Yeah. So we are going to make that tomorrow, or at least try it. Because you can ink on the banners, but you can also paste on them as long as you're not like putting them out in the weather so it doesn't wash off. So we're going to try that, make that little kit tomorrow. Those are still available on the website. And if you're in my MVP group, wait, no, wrong group. If you're one of my club members, my club special is going on until the 20th. So you can get my special price on those or anything else that you order as long as you send it to me. All right, we are going to log off. Y'all have a good night, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I appreciate you watching.